All right, y'all. So I'm gonna do a quick little like teaching moment right now. So I'm mixing this. I'm about to mix this client song, right? So usually the way I work is I'll send a loop or a synth or something to a client, and I'll have them make an entire song with just that loop, just that sound, just that synth, whatever it might be, and then they'll send me the vocals back. And then once I have the vocals back and I figure out what I like and I don't like, once we do all that whole process, the vocal production process, then I know what the song should sound like. Then I'll make the drums, then I'll make the layer, the sounds and arrangement and all that. So that's the way I like to work because I feel like when I work one on one with a client, we make better songs that way, as opposed to me just sending them a full track that's already a full beat that's already made, and then they just make their own shit to it. So and shout out to my clients because they give me a lot of creative control and trust. So that's kind of dope. But so here in this session, I have some sounds that I layered up that I sent to a client. Now, before I even bring in the vocals into the session, I want to show you basically like this is less of like a tutorial, more of like what would you call it? Just like a theme, more of like a perspective, right? So mixing shouldn't be as hard as and complicated as some people make it, right? And I'm purely talking about trap, rap, hip hop, R&B, pop, right? So I'm gonna play this sound, this these sounds all layered up together. So here this is what it sounds like. Sounds dope. Okay, so that's you got your guitar, your bass, your pad, your high lead, your bass, right? Piano. So the thing about this is that um you can't really make it. Just sounds like a wall of sound, right? Sounds like a wall of sound, and I don't want it to sound like a wall of sound. I want some depth. I want to create more depth. Now, instead of bringing in EQs, compressors, all types of shit, like once you get into that mode, you're kind of already fucking up. What you need to do is how can you get from point A to point B with the least possible moves, right? And the most basic shit you could do is volume, pan, and width, right? Or swapping stereo signals from left to right, from right to left, swapping, right? So that's essentially what I'm doing here. So let me play the song. Let me unmute all this, right? So that's the main sound, right? That's the main sound. Then when you add this, it's kind of clashing. You can't really hear it, right? Like it's there. Then you add this. You can, that kind of stands out. That kind of stands out, but it's at a higher octave, right? That's kind of buried. Then you add that. So the way you can easily just create depth and separation before you touch EQs, compressors, and all that shit is, like I said, gain, width, and your panning. So I got this utility plugin from Ableton. This shit is like, it's the best, right? So all I'm doing is I'm controlling the volume on here because I want you to see that everything's the same volume right here. I want to I want to show you A and B just to show you what the before and after without having to see the different volume rides right here. So all I'm doing is I'm working with the width of the sounds, the balance as far as the panning. So some sounds I'm creating more width, I'm adding more separation. Others I'm dialing it back, and all I'm doing is, it's not about hearing every single sound, but as soon as you start creating more width and volume and panning, you naturally just create depth. So let me show you what it sounds like before and after. So this is before. And after, 2, 1. Oh wait, wrong button. Okay, here we go. Here it comes. 2, 1, after. Now I'm going to take it off. You see, let me try it one more time. Watch how it just opens up. Here we go. So automatically, just by doing a little bit of panning, width manipulation, and volume manipulation on the sounds, you already get the sample. Like the audio goes from sounding right here in front of your face to sounding around you, right? And you create depth. It sounds way, like just in a click of a button, it sounds more professional, right? And you've automatically created depth for your vocal to sit better. You've created an atmosphere. You've created space for the drums when you decide to add them. So, and that's, of course, like, there's sounds where I'm going to have EQ. There's a lot of things in the same frequency. So I'll go in and I'll notch out some 200, 400 hertz on different sounds. But the majority of the work is already finished, right? Slight compression here and there on a couple other sounds that are poking out too much. But like, it's all about just getting from point A to point B in the least amount of moves. And you should always start with just the absolute basic shit that you could just get yourself a utility plugin, whatever plugin it is, that just has gain, a signal swap from left to right, right to left, easy, swaps the signals. Sometimes if a sound's clashing, just swap it, and sometimes then you go, it's breathing perfectly on the other side, right? A panning, they got them everywhere. A mono, you can mono shit, and then just work with the volumes. And I rarely solo shit. You want to just have everything playing at the same time. And like I said, it's not about hearing every sound, but when you give every sound its own space, you naturally create this kind of atmosphere, 3D effect, as opposed to just having everything sound like it's in front of you in a wall of sound, right? So just one more time before we wrap, just so I can show you guys. There's more room for the bass as well. Before. Still sounds good, but just those little tiny minute details on each track is gonna add up. Go. So Yeah, but and then like I'm not even in doing a lot. Like for the guitar, I'm at the width. I'm pushing to 117%. I'm bringing the volume down point five. The piano, I'm going 157%. So it's you just got to go by ear depending on your monitoring system. If you got some good headphones, if you got a good studio, good room, treated. But yeah, so that's pretty much just a little teaching moment. um I'll be dropping some more like tips like this as I work. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, by the way, my name is G Rocka. I produce for my clients, I mix for my clients, I write for some clients, I master for some clients, anywhere from 50 Cent to people you've never even heard of, people in between. um I do this shit. This is my 9 to 5. I'm not an influencer. I don't have millions of followers on social media. But yeah, so that's it for this video. I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Peace.